Hi everyone. I'm just a couple of minutes late. We'll wait for everybody. Sending a quick message. Hi Disraeli. Hi Carla. How are you guys doing? Hi Aiden. You've been on my lives before. I remember seeing, I have this uncanny ability to tell people by their user profile photo. So I sort of associate the profile photo with what was said before. I am doing excellent. Thank you for asking. I'm just here for you guys and anybody who's doing the 60-day challenge or anybody who wants to hear more about manifestation, quality of consciousness, how to evolve consciousness, how to be spiritually aware. There's an echo on the audio for some reason. Oh, let me try it without headphones then. Second. Is this better? I disconnected the headphones. Is this better, guys? No more echo? Okay. Is this okay in terms of sounds? It's nice summer sounds. Birds and squirrels. Guys, I was live yesterday and somebody was on my live and it's really crazy. Somebody was on my live and he said, can I send you an email about something? Can you help me with something? And I thought it's somebody doing the 60-day challenge, but it was somebody who sent me a 3-page email saying, just describing to me his years of trek of being possessed by entities and serpent entities and all sorts of things, all sorts of just very odd happenings, hauntings and things. So I just want to clarify, I told this person I cannot help you at all because this resides outside my belief system, like completely, right? So I just want everybody who's here to sort of understand my position and the position that I'm taking this group into, right? There's God, the creator. There is the field, the universe, which is really intelligent technology. I've done a video today about how it's like ChatGPT. And then there's us. We're individuated pieces of consciousness from the creator, given free will to interact with the field and do whatever we want. Now, if you believe, let's see, I don't take calls during my lives, guys. If you believe that there's entities that can hurt you, that you're possessed or what have you, that's just a belief. Just like a belief about anything else, just like believing the rich get richer. It's the same idea, right? So looking for help outside of yourself, outside of your connection, like you can look for guidance, which is what I'm providing here on how to focus your consciousness to create a quality life and to be giving to others. But in no way, is this about the spiritual spirits or, somebody else asked me if I was a medium, and I'll tell you guys, so I'm not a medium, obviously, but I also don't know if we have the right to contact those who have passed on. You know what I'm saying? Like, based on what proof you have that you have the right to disturb them, or they could provide you any knowledge, or that they know better than you. So that's just something to ponder on, right? Like, do you have the right to contact them? Again, simplify your life, declutter your mind, and simplify your belief system to include taking responsibility for everything that happens, good or bad, and imposing your will into the field to create goodness for yourself and for others. This is what I'm all about, right? Let's take up some questions before I get into something else. Do I believe in revision? Absolutely. Absolutely. You have to play the event. So number one, This is what happened. Number one, you can't internalize somebody else's feelings, right? Like if somebody tells you your behavior is so sad, right? That's just saying now, basically trying to guilt and shame you. It's so sad that you just did this, you know? So sad, right? The world will try to guilt and shame you. Fear, guilt, and shame are the top reasons you can't manifest. You can't let go of limiting beliefs. And guilt and shame are enforced in society. I got pulled over by a cop once and, she's like, oh, the fact that you're trying to justify this is so sad. You know that? Like, look, you have the right to tell me what I've done wrong, but I'm not accepting the sadness, right? I'm not internalizing. Trying to make me to feel something is inappropriate, but I'm sorry if you're sad. You know what I'm saying? Do not take in other people's feelings. So when something happens, because somebody asked about the revision, when something like that happens, understand that that is your chance to revise the event. Revise. If you internalized any feelings of anger, of fear, of guilt, of hatred, go back and give that person a hug in your mind. It's very important that you meet all these feelings with love, like the fear, the guilt, and shame. You got to go back, revise it with love. I've learned so much about myself doing this challenge. I'm so happy to hear this. I'm so happy. What's your view on law of assumption? Well, it works 100% of the time. It's just that it's not easy to assume. It's simple, but it's not easy. I hate when people get on here and tell you, it's easy. If you want to make 100 grand a month, you just assume that you already do. You have no idea how to assume that. And you have no chance of being able to maintain that in your current life, unless you're some superhuman. There's people who do it. They're like, how many people are that? 1 in 100,000 if they're able to. I've spoken about this a lot at length, right? So the law of assumption, unless you're that strong in your assumption, like let's assume you're a millionaire. You got to act and feel every day, like every second of the day, the majority of the day, right? Because the universe reflects your dominant state, like a millionaire. If you went to the grocery store and checked the price of anything, you just dropped back down to 3D, because millionaires don't do that. They just buy whatever they want to eat. I'm still receiving unexpected calls from past romantic interest. I guess I'm the only option. Yeah, that's one of our affirmations in the group. You are the only option. The priority, the only choice, the only option, the best option, chosen, wanted, adored, unforgettable, hypnotic, mesmerizing. Whatever else. Give me some more words from, how you've evolved. Like I have the pre-populated affirmations, but then I'm counting on your creativity to bring it one step further. You know what I mean? Okay. So I'm hoping I have some of the new people who started the challenge on this live tonight. If you are new to this, in the last 7 days, I did receive a lot of questions. For some reason, the file doesn't seem to open. So please just email me, and I will actually, when I respond and I agree with your manifestation, I will just, as a matter of practice, include the file. Because for some reason, were you able to open the file, or did I send you the file if you started yesterday? For some reason, in the last week, people are not able to open the file. So just email me. I haven't gotten the file. I'll email it to you. Give me 24 hours for all emails, but I do respond earlier than 24 hours. But as a matter of practice, I will send it when I reply back to you and agree with your manifestation. It's Carmen from the group. I go by my nickname. Hi, Carmen. Carmen and I exchanged a few emails. I hope you're doing good. Carmen has been, can I say, you've been manifesting quite a bit of money in this challenge. File's working fine. Okay. Okay. So then I want to talk more about, just to wrap up on the admin on the 60-day challenge. If you can't open the file. Also, somebody asked me about dreams. Yeah. So it is you who manifested the money. I'm so happy when I hear money testimonials, because who doesn't need money? Everybody needs money. Somebody asked me about dreams. She said, I can't dream. And so what do I do with the dream tab? Guys, don't force your dreams. What I told people who don't dream is talk to your subconscious, right? Remember last week we talked about give a name to your subconscious and address it as you would a friend. Remember, subconscious has to be treated like a friend, not something higher than you, better than you, not like some animal you have to train. It's really your friend. It wants to help you. It's the individuated expression of the universe, of this field that's executing on our instruction. So that's our connection to this field is through our subconscious, right? So it's a part of it and a part of us. It wants to help us. It's benevolent. Actually, the field is benevolent. Our subconscious probably wants to help us. It's beyond benevolent, right? So talk to your subconscious at night and say, show me where I still have limiting beliefs, where I can still work. That's what I've done this for a long time. So, last night I had a very interesting dream, which I haven't had before. And there was a forest and a few of the trees in the forest were dead, right? They were just the wood, no leaves, but the rest of the trees had, and there was somebody there cutting down those trees. And they were cutting them down and they were falling all around me. But somehow I wasn't scared, right? These trunks and big trees. And I was in this forest knowing that I'm fully protected and that these trees that were dead needed to be cut down. And one of the big ones just rolled next to me and just rolled and missed me by a few inches. And I was not scared at all. And I woke up after that and I was like, okay, make the association when you have a dream like this. There is something in my life that's dead or that doesn't serve me anymore, that's being eliminated for me. It's being done for me while I am being protected. This is why it's important for you to associate your dream with the work that you're doing. So in this sense, you see what I mean? Like I'm giving a positive interpretation to my dream. And at the same time, I'm giving my subconscious an instruction. Whatever it is that you need to eliminate that no longer serves me in my life or in my environment or in my energetic environment, remove them from my life. Cut them down from my environment. Get rid of it. So that was the thing on the dreams. Okay. And then another important question I got about the challenge. Somebody said, what about, can I populate all the rows in my life in words? And then just repeat them as the day go on. It's very important you don't do that. And I'll explain why. Take it one row at a time, because if you populate it all on day one or day two, you're populating it from the existing perspective. So you're not allowing populating that from your growth perspective, right? Because once you do your practice for today, really tomorrow, you should be at a better stage. Then you go tomorrow, you populate something else from your new intuition, from your new self. This work, the 60-day challenge, is about growing every single day, right? So how could you pre-populate the affirmations based on the knowledge and the person you are today? That wouldn't serve you. That would just serve you into staying who you are today. You understand what I'm saying? So it's very important that you we always want to skip ahead. We're always in a rush, skip ahead. You can't skip ahead. You have to do the work, let it sediment. You know what I mean? In your mind. And then the next day, you go to the next row. The third day, you let the 2 rows sediment in your mind. That's the whole idea of this work. And then finally, my life in images, for some people, it was confusing, was just saying, do you need this tonight? I don't need it at all. I just want to hold you accountable for doing it. That's why I asked that you send it to me, but this shouldn't take you 5 minutes. Every image has an energetic, it gives off an energetic vibe, right? So when you see an image on the internet, it has to match the vibe of what you want in your life. You can't just put beautiful images in there. It has to say something about yourself. You have to feel that image. Right? Like I want to take a trip to Hawaii and I was looking at some images in Hawaii. Well, some of the images I found spoke to me. So I used them in my practice and some of them really didn't. Right? So I'm selecting I'm like, does this vibrate? Wow. Am I in this photo? They were all beautiful, but some of them just didn't vibrate with me. All right. Let's say what we have here. I did what you said about being specific about what I wanted. I wrote it out today. Make sure you stay in that mindset. So this is what's important. What manifests is your dominant state. You can just do it once and forget it. People who tell you you can only do it once and it manifests, or do it 3 days in a row and it manifests. In an ideal world, this is how it would work. The problem is when you say it once, maybe you mean it. But if you switch your state from watching the news afterwards, then you just gave that instruction and erased it before the universe had a chance to fulfill it, right? Starting this week follows, okay, we talked about this. My ISP blocked me, then unblocked, but I am not discouraged. It is still movement. That is all I know. Okay. And you're a man. Okay. I would say, Joseph, let it be. Do the work only on yourself. Do not do this work by putting your ISP at the center of your desire. That's not what I'm teaching, right? Remember what Disraeli said before. He's getting massive romantic interest especially from old sources, because he's shooting energy back in the past. I am the choice. I am the chosen one. I am what you want. Once somebody dates me, they can't forget me, etc. Right? The work that we're doing in this challenge. Do you believe we can meditate while having ADHD? I don't really know too much about that, the ADHD. I don't know too much about that. Like, I know what it is, but I haven't experienced it. So I just want to speak from what I have experienced. I'm sorry, I can help you more. Is it possible to manifest a relationship with someone famous? Why wouldn't it be possible? Famous people marry ordinary people all the time. And I always wonder, how do they even meet? Like, what's that actor's name? Matt Damon. He went to a bar one time and he married the bartender, right? Or Cristiano Ronaldo, he went to buy a suit and he married the shop assistant, right? I'm sure the shop assistant thought of Cristiano Ronaldo quite a few times before she met him. Why wouldn't it be? Like, the universe can create the circumstance for you to meet a famous person, just like it did for these two women. Or there's another actress who married like a totally random guy. What was her name? Jennifer. I don't remember her last name. Idris Elba marries a social worker. There you go. Of course, it is possible to manifest a relationship with a famous person. Just do not make them the sort of put them on the pedestal, right? Because that's what everybody else does with them, right? What you need to focus on in this work is your lifestyle with this person. Like, see yourself in the company of somebody you love, because hopefully you want to love them and receive love back. It's not just about you gaining fame. And see yourself being photographed by paparazzi or whatever the celebrities do, right? They can have a dinner. Justin Bieber married his fan. I'm not sure about that. She was in Hollywood, right? Yeah, but look, do not limit yourself. See your life with a famous person. What would that life be like? What spot would their fame occupy in your day-to-day life? How much would the day be about them, and how much would it be about you? Would you be happy to be photographed every day? And I'm not trying to discourage you, right? I'm just saying, unless you can see yourself in that life and invoke a feeling of happiness inside of you by living that life, you probably won't be able to manifest it. So I told you there's 3 points of connection that have to be in alignment in order to manifest anything, in order for the universe really to understand your instruction, right? And they are your vision, which comes from your third eye, your speech, and your heart, right? So your feelings have to match what you say, and it has to match the vision of what you want. And actually, this is how a lot of people who don't even believe in this, like if you look at a lot of business people, they will, if you listen to their biographies or their interviews, this with this match, right? So I believe the most famous manifestor of our time, and this is not a political statement in any way, is the 45th president, right? His vision that he's the best, he speaks he's the best, and he feels like he's the best, and life offers him the best. Whether we think that's fair or not is not in question. He's manifesting it, right? Like, he's manifesting it because it's in alignment. You got to be in alignment too. If you see yourself happy with your spouse, do not feel discouraged by observing cheating and observing other behavior, and do not speak of it either. This is what's important, guys. This is what's important. These 3 points of alignment have to be in perfect alignment consistently, not one time, consistently. Okay? What's going on? Wow, already like half an hour. That's what I wanted to talk about. So I will repeat some concepts from yesterday, because my live on Mondays is really for people who can't join in the evening. I prefer not to do it, but I have too many people in our group from Europe and Asia, and they can't do this time. I told you guys also, based on an email that I got of somebody being ridiculed, and, you know, like people are saying in her family, why are you wasting your time with this? Do not speak to other people about doing this work. Do not speak with people who aren't ready to hear you, right? You don't need to share your inner work. Other people would add energy to it. And even people who want the best for you, like your mom or your brother, might be scared of this work, might be scared of you changing, might be scared of new ideas coming inside your mind, and might not be okay. So they're already putting an energy. They're already judging, whether positive or negative, right? You don't need that. You only need yourself and like-minded people who are on this path. By the way, do you guys notice that the terminology has changed and the concept is the same? Like when they say right now, just be delusional and just believe it is done, right? Doesn't that sound exactly the same as have faith? Have faith. It's already done. It's yours. You're gonna get it. Right? Be delusional, have faith. I like this. Daria, we have a new challenge this week. Yes. So this week, I haven't gotten my $1,000 manifestation stories. And I want to clarify that we are not giving up until we get what we want. I want everybody. So the symbol for this week is a red bird. Please observe a red bird in your experience. Now, I've done a video yesterday on how if you accept an image as your manifestation, the universe will send you images for your future manifestation, because it learns this is what you wanted, right? So if you saw an image of a snake and then you said, I got my snake, then next time you want $1,000, you'll see an advertisement that says $1,000. You won't get it in the bank. I want you guys to clarify. Clarify, please. Okay, I want to see a red bird. I see it, like I see it in 3D. Okay, I see this red bird in 3D. And I see the $1,000, whichever form, give it form, a check with your name on it, cash in your country's currency, etc. Whichever way you want it, bank account deposit. See yourself logging in, enter your username and password in your mind, open it and be like, where's this $1,000 deposit from? Where's it from? So a cap with yellow sunflowers on it. Yes. Ashley, but what I've noticed with people, there's 1 to 2 week delay in our manifestation. And I'm not going to complain, right? Because if I say manifest $1,000, you get it 2 weeks later. It's still not bad, right? But I notice there's a 1 to 2 week delay in the week that I say, and this is fine because the universe doesn't know timing and because we have such little faith, even though we're in this work. Right? In the stock market, what is this? Cap. I listened yesterday and saw images of snakes everywhere. Yes, but reject that. You want to see a real one. But somebody said, I want to join your challenge, but I'm not going to join because I'm scared that you're going to make me see snakes and mice. And I started to laugh. I was like, okay, I'm going to give you guys more benevolent creatures. I'm just trying to find things that are not very common in the city, right? So I want you guys, like my initial manifestation was butterflies, and everybody of course saw butterflies everywhere. I was like, that's too easy. You can't, I don't know if your brain will make the connection that that's not just a coincidence. There are no coincidences, but I don't want your brain to make that association. So if you see a live snake, that's something else, right? And people don't really see that if you're in the city. So this week, Daria, to get back to you, $1,000 and the snake. Give the $1,000 form, okay? Because I got people reported to me. I saw TikTok and it said how to make $1,000 a day, and it was written like $1,000. Is this my manifestation? I said, I don't know. Is it? Because that's what the universe is going to return back to you when you ask for your SP. It's going to return to you an image of two people being super in love. We get exactly what we ask for, 100%. And this is why we're clarifying. We're clarifying exactly what it is we want. In order to get what we want, we have to be clear on what we want. Yes, it happens like that for me a week or two later. Benevolent creatures. I don't want to see a real snake. Yeah, exactly. All right. I'll be more careful with these animals. Okay. The flamingos. Okay. I was scared too, and I was told the universe not, and it listened because it was jewelry. All right. I didn't realize people were so scared about snakes. I don't think these ones are so dangerous here in North America, are they? Maybe I just don't know enough about snakes. I don't accept pictures of my manifestations. Yes. Did anybody on this live get that $1,000? I got a larger amount than that. Larger by a lot, but it's not the same thing. So I clarified to the universe. I said, look, I need an exact $1,000, not in an envelope, because I need to do a proof video to my group. Okay. I told the universe, that's why I need it. I need it in a way that I can show it. Okay. But don't stop sending me more, because I love the more too. Via direct deposits. Not yet, but it's coming. Of course it's coming. It's coming. But everybody who's doing this challenge has had such positive manifestations in their lives. And it's not necessarily that, they manifested a material object like a ring or, it's the fact that they feel so good during this, right? So from this point of vibration is where you start creating. Because a lot of people walk around feeling low, not even knowing they're feeling low. They think that that's their natural state. It's normal to be angry all the time. It's normal to be annoyed and frustrated with the politics and the economy. Right? It's not. So once you start doing this work and you feel different, you're like, what's this? What's this feeling inside of me? I saw $10,000 stack on TV, told the universe that. So the $10,000 in your bank account, the Israeli or in cash, I will take as manifesting the $1,000 because that's increments. So anything also that's increments, right? If you get $2,000, that's a double we were talking about. Double means you're in the flow. If you start getting triple, quadruple, right? But it has to be like exactly like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, etc. 10,000, 10 times in the flow. I'll take that as manifestation of the 1,000. So I'm excited. Did anybody win anything in the lottery in the last 2 weeks? I don't think I've asked, other than people who told me. I have many lottery success stories, but they're all like too small to talk about. I can't. I'm waiting for the big one. 5 figures or more to make a video on it. I'm not gonna make videos about people winning $200 because, while that's a good moment for them, I'm not sure that's a video. Just free play. Anybody else who's on the live who manifested, who played the lottery and won? I won $20. I know. Gotta get rid of this fear. I have it. I don't know if everybody has it, but I have it since childhood because my mother always told me it's very unsafe to have a lot of money, like a lot of money, right? She always told me I'm going to have a great life, and knock on wood, I did so far. But she told me having a lot of money and people knowing that you have a lot of money is very, very bad. First week I didn't win since I started. The big one is coming. Oh, you won since you started, but the big one is coming. I can't wait to email you when I win 7 figures in the lottery. Yes, Carmen. You've been manifesting money. So, money may be your, everybody has a strength in manifestation. I don't know if we talked about this before, right? But your strength may be attracting other people, the relationships you want, the friendships you want, the people who say yes to you. It doesn't have to be romantic. Or Your body might change really quickly, or your money might come really quickly, but it's all in relation to your self-image in regards to that aspect. Like I said, I never really had too much resistance about my body, and so my body, when I asked it to be a certain way, it just complied, because it wasn't like, I didn't think it was a big deal to do that. I can't wait to send you your lifetime coffee. I like that. Somebody else said they'll buy me a Starbucks franchise. It was Disraeli, right? Yeah, I don't know if I want to operate a Starbucks franchise, but lifetime coffee would be great. I'd love that. Yeah, I accept. So yesterday on the live, I asked, do you guys think energy is unlimited? And a lot of people did think it's unlimited. I'm talking about your energy, right? So energy around us is unlimited, but the vessel through which it flows, that's why it needs the physical body, right? Because we're in the physical body. We are inside the physical body. In fact, we are the person who's the energetic scaffolding around our body, but it doesn't matter, right? So just for discussion purposes, let's say we're inside this vessel. This vessel is still what's flowing energy to our spirit, right? And because this vessel is limited, your energy will be limited. Otherwise, you would be able to exert your energy any which way and feel the same energetically, right? But we often feel depleted energetically. And that's because we give our energy to other things. If energy was unlimited, or if our vessel was able to flow unlimited energy through it, then whatever you expand would be able to replenish right away. But it doesn't happen that way. So I want you guys to understand, this is why non-reaction is so important. Usually when you feel the need to react in 3D, when we feel the need to react in 3D is a negative circumstance. A negative circumstance will drain you of a huge chunk of your energy. And it might not just be the energy of that day, right? Because you're going to take it with you tomorrow or the day after, or what should I have done better? What should I have said? What should I have done? Blah, 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 blah. Now you're in your head. Now you're talking about it to yourself, and you're exerting even more energy thinking about it. The moment you react to something negative, you're saying yes to it. Whether it's on the road, whether it's with your spouse, with your children, at work, while watching the news and agreeing that all politicians are corrupt, that tragic things happen every day and anyone can be a victim, right? These are negative collective consciousness vibrations that can suck you in and can suck you dry also. So think about whether you want to be part of something or not. If you feel anything draining you, or anything just coming over you that you know it shouldn't be yours, just distance yourself immediately from it. Say, it's not mine. It's not mine. Do a hand gesture, like, just to tell the universe, it's not coming to me. That has been a game changer for me, not giving into 3D. I feel as light as a feather now. Doing this work just for that feeling, think about it. How precious, you can't put a price tag on that. I didn't know I signed up a masterclass in non-reacting to the body in this life. Yeah. They say we all signed up for this. I don't know what to believe on that. Like, we each signed up for our respective lives, right? And that you were born and you incarnated and you were made to forget. You were told that you're going to forget who you are. And you're going to have to use this lifetime to sort of find yourself. And it seems kind of pointless to me, right? But what would be the point of that? You just come back, and I don't know. I thought about it. I don't know what to think about it. I'm not convinced we do know. I'm convinced that the Creator wants to experience all experiences that are possible. And we, as individuated pieces of his or of the Creator's consciousness, we will have a wide range of experiences, right? From the very negative to the very positive. And when we return back to the Creator, those experiences and those feelings. But here's where the really big important but is. We're given free will. in this life, not before we incarnated. In this life, we're given free will to decide whether we still want to do this for the creator or not, right? Like maybe this, so I'm on board with whoever created the universe might want to experience the whole range of experiences. But I would not make, let's say, my child do something for me that she really doesn't want to do. So I'm giving her free will, let's say. And I would assume it's the same for me with a creator that's infinitely more intelligent and more benevolent than I am. You know, there's this phrase, there's this quotation in the Bible, and it says, I don't know what verse it is, but it says, you know, if your child comes to you and asks you for bread, would you give him a snake? Do you guys know that one? Or if your child comes to you and asks you for an egg, would you give him a scorpion? And if your child asks you for, you know, something good, would you give him, you know? And then it continues on to say, if you who are evil knows how to please your children, how much more do you think God in heaven, your creator, knows how to please you if you ask? Right? We just haven't been taught how to ask. So we who are evil, which means our consciousness level is so much lower than our creators, if we know how to please our children. Imagine, you know, but we taught our children how to ask us. And we're missing this connection, right? We haven't been taught, or it's been edited out of our education system. This is what I believe. I believe people at some point, they knew how to connect to the creator or how to interact with the field that's between us and the creator. The field is neutral. Okay. Very, very clarifying. The field is neutral. It'll execute on all your instruction based on your dominant belief. Why is it based on your dominant belief, right? Why isn't it not just on your instruction that I give right now? It's because we change our instructions all the time when these 3 points are not in alignment, right? When I have the vision of being in a loving relationship, but I speak like, I don't care. I'm okay being single, you know? I'm okay. And in my heart, I feel now pain, maybe, you know, even saying this, but I have to act okay and be okay. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So how can the universe return to me if the same night I say, please send me someone? How can the universe, it goes like, wait a second, I received a different instruction. Like, I don't understand, you know, it's on its way to execute and then I cancel it. Know what I'm saying? That one is profound. Observe yourself. Observe. Always think of these 3 points and observe. Are they in alignment? Next time you speak, observe. I work from home and I see that red circle as a constant symbol on a program on my laptop. You will, well, whatever you focus on, your awareness will be brought into focus around that thing more. Right? Somebody asked me in the weekend about, she had a very confusing question. If you guys watched my video, if you didn't, I basically, she didn't really understand what manifestation was. So I told her that manifestation is using a clear and directed consciousness, clear and focused and directed consciousness to affect the probable outcome of every event. Every event is in a state of a probable outcome, right? Now, there's things that are more improbable than other things related to how 3D has unfolded. But you, with your focused and directed consciousness, you will affect the probability of the choice that you want unfolding. Right? So the person who said their SP blocked him and then unblocked him, right? This is a good example. It's probable that she's moved on. It's also probable that she still has feelings for you. It's probable for something. It's probable she'll show up to your door. I shouldn't say probable. It's possible. All of these things are possible. But some of these things are more probable than other things based on what you believe about yourself, right? So it's possible she'll show up and she'll ask you to marry her. It's possible she has her eyes on somebody else. It's possible she wants to talk to you. It's possible she's waiting to hear from you. All of these are possibilities. What's probable is based on how your consciousness affects 3D. So if your consciousness is in a quality of, I'm not chosen, there's better men than me, she's too beautiful for me, you know, in a way, I understand that I love her, but she probably doesn't love me, right? So with this focused consciousness, focused negative consciousness, you are making some of these possibilities more probable than the rest. I think I can make a video on this. That was good, how it just came out. Right? And it's the same with money, it's the same with everything. But I wanted to give this specific example. Hopefully it helps this person. I believe his name was Joseph. This is what it is. Focused consciousness. What is your consciousness focused on? What does it mean if you dream of being pregnant? So you've been doing the work and you're dreaming of being pregnant. What do you think it means? You're about to bring forth. You're about to bring forth, right? Especially if it's on repeat. Just welcome it. The new you is emerging. I don't know why, but I find dream interpretation, once you think of your subconscious, the work that you're doing and the events in your life and your belief system are pretty easy to interpret. I dreamt a woman was holding a huge diamond, baseball size. That is a very good dream, Ashley. That is a very good dream. Because your subconscious knows that diamonds are very valuable. Something very valuable is available to you. How did you interact with this woman? I've been having a hard time tracking my dreams. I was saying in the beginning of this live, for those doing the 60-day challenge, talk to your subconscious before you fall asleep. Say, show me what I still need to work on. I want to let go of anything that limits me, anything that's in between me and what I wrote down here. That is my life, right? So your life is what you're imagining it to be. That's what it is. And you're saying, what is, show me what's, give me hints on where I am still stuck so I can work on this. Let me see if I had other notes for you. And what we're doing in this group. Oh, let me continue with Ashley's dream before I move on to a final thought. We are sitting at the table chatting. There are also two men with other objects or points. Those are all things that are available to you, right? There's many things that are available to you. When you're sitting at a table, it's a discussion. It's all about, you're discussing this with other aspects of you that hold the answer to what you want. Be very diligent about this, especially if you're a dreamer like me. Like I dream every night and I remember what I dream. Be very specific. I want to know. I want to remember. I used to do this years ago and it's really helped me a lot. Like interact between dreams and reality and be able to lucid dream and be able to retain. Does anybody else have lucid dreams? Does anybody else wake up and know they're dreaming? I once woke up in my dream and knew I was dreaming and I was like, I want to jump in front of this bus to see. I'm not kidding. There was a bus in my dream. I said, I want to jump in front of this bus to see what it would feel like now that I'm free of the body and I know nothing bad can happen to me. So I stepped in front of that bus and that bus went right through me. Yeah, it's really incredible to wake up in your dream and know that you're dreaming. It's really incredible. So, somebody else either wrote to me or put a comment on where they were. Ashley, was that you? I'm not sure if it was you now. Because I just replied to a whole bunch of comments before this live. But it was you, because you said something along the lines that you hope to wake up and feel neutral, sort of, at least about, so not to feel negative. So I will say you can only start this challenge. You can only start this path from the point where you're at. And the challenge is not, you're not in a challenge with the other people in the group, right? We're doing these manifestations, for fun, right? Like for the group, when I say turtles and flamingos and $1,000, but more importantly, for you to assess where you're at. When you see other people manifesting, be happy for them as you would be for yourself. This is important to the evolution of your consciousness. This is why I created this work based on a group and not individual. Because you really, to evolve your consciousness, you have to A, want to contribute, and B, want for others what you want for yourself. This is also in the Bible, by the way, but the Bible has a lot of esoteric knowledge. You really have to want for others what you want for yourself. And this is because everybody is you pushed out. Everybody has a lesson for you. It's the you who has a lesson for you. Or everybody needs to be celebrated as you. Do you use sigils? No, I don't do any kind of magic. That's not what my belief system is all about. Although I think, all science that was considered magic at some point. Right now, we know very, very clearly that the way the quantum works, we've known for over 100 years that the way when they measured light and they saw that it's a wave all the time unless it's observed. When it's observed, it collapses into a particle. That experiment is called the double slit experiment. I first found out about it about 8 years ago, and it's been obsessing me ever since. But it's very scientific. This thing is very scientific, right? What you observe is what manifests. Your expectation combined with feeling. So ever since then, I sort of learned to align the 3 points. You learn about your energy system. You learn about how to protect your energy, how to give energy. But if you come to this from a point of, I just want my new car, you probably won't get it. I'll be honest with you guys. Because you have to contribute. You have to see your ability to manifest in general about your ability to give back, like connected to that, right? If you have only positive experiences in life, you only can offer positive experiences to others. It's very important for you. So when you do My Life in Words in the 60-day challenge, do not skip the part of wishing onto the others what you're reading for yourself. Never underestimate a thought that is powered by the mind. I felt it was all about my paradigm. Tell me more about that. I just want to make sure I understand it. It's been hard to get high vibes sometimes with circumstances, but I can practice non-judgment. It is hard. I told you guys 100 times. It's simple, but it's not easy. It's very hard. Especially when I know what your manifestation is, and especially when it's that. What's going on here? I have dreams where I'm aware it's a dream, and I'm like a witness in the room and not seen. That's lucid dreaming. Okay, so sigils we talked about. Was there anything else? Okay. Before I joined your 60-day challenge, I always prayed that if we buy a place, it will have a tree. And it happened. Can I tell you guys, there's somebody like here who knows me on this group chat right now. And I'm telling you, I told this person, I want to get a tree in front of my house. Like, I didn't want a house with a tree. I wanted my existing house, but just a tree on it. And I went to Dr. Joe Dispenza. This was last year. So I must have said this statement around August, September. I went to Dr. Joe Dispenza in October. And when I came back in the mail, I had a letter from the city saying, we are planting there's a name for this tree, okay? It has red leaves. Is an Asian tree, I think. And we're planting it, and we're just letting you know we're doing it. And yeah. So I took that letter, and of course it's not like I can make a video about it because you guys don't know the backstory, but I send it to everybody that I've been talking about this tree for a while. And just like I got a letter in the mail that the tree was being planted in front of my house without me taking any action whatsoever. That's actually the same kind of manifestation that person had with the snake. If you guys watch the video with the live snake, she kind of let go of the snake, but she's very good. She's very visual. She let it go, and then her children brought her a live snake on a ladder. It's the same story with my tree that I wanted. Of course, I could have, just bought one and just have time landscaping crew planting a tree. I'm like, I hate this admin items, like I wanted it, but then I was like, having to go through it, it was just done for me. I truly believe that praying and manifesting is the same thing. Yeah. So let's clarify here. Let's clarify here. So we're manifesting nonstop. What we refer to as manifesting is the conscious expression of our conscious desires, right? Because you're manifesting nonstop. You're manifesting your existing life right now, the way it is. Maybe you want to change it, right? So conscious manifesting is the same as prayer, right? Because in a sense, right? The only thing with prayer and with any religious background setting is if you grew up with the understanding that God responds to you based on your worth, based on what you've done in the past, based on your guilt and shame, based on you needing to be punished, that's totally different than conscious manifesting. If you're praying in a sense that the way that example I gave in the Bible, like if you know what to give your child, then God knows what to give to you, right? So if you're praying in that manner, like, my Father in heaven, you love me. It doesn't matter what I've done because you just adore me, right? Like if you're parents, you adore your children no matter what they do, right? Just give me what I want already, If you're praying that way, that's the same thing as conscious manifesting, yes. Hope that was clear, right? Praying many times is associating with having to repent and being judged, not being worthy. Why are you worthy of a loving spouse if you've been with 100 people? You know what I mean? That's what a lot of people think subconsciously. That's what society's made them believe, religious, right? You show up, been with 100 people. Why would God give you a good spouse? It has nothing to do. One has nothing to do with the other, right? What does one have to do with the other? Right? Like, sure, it matters in a sense, like your energy system, and you should take care of yourself. And like, I'm not encouraging anything that, guys, especially if you're women, value yourself, your body, but it has nothing to do with what happens next. It's not connected, right? The same thing with money. You stole a lipstick when you were 16. That means you don't really deserve money because you're a thief or whatever, right? Whatever ingrained beliefs we have, right? So if I'm praying for money, all of a sudden I'm like, okay, but God saw me that time when I took that lipstick, When in fact, if your parents, if your kid took something, you just maybe talk to them about it, but you just definitely not hold the goodness of your inheritance towards them based on that. Some profound thoughts today. My God, the hour passed by. Okay, so we're going to do the same words that I channeled on Monday morning in the sun. What you're gonna do is you're going to close your eyes and internalize this, or say it out loud, or just listen and internalize. If you said it out loud yesterday, just listen and internalize today, and the other way around. Just take this one more. Stephanie says, I wish my husband would listen to this. I'm teaching him all this though, and it seems to work. If you guys are a couple and you're like-minded, you can double your manifestations. So this is actually proven. Like I haven't done any work with couples, but I know it has been done. So when the two people, especially when you're intimate with your husband, if you envision the same thing and the same life in that moment, this is the theory, right? Because you're so aligned and that kind of energy is so powerful. And if you're of the same mind, you want the same thing, it will blow you away how fast it manifests. One of the famous YouTubers who does this work, she said her and her husband, because they were focused and channeled that way, they manifested a house within 28 days, like a brand new home, and the money for it. I believe her if she's that aligned with her spouse. What time is your live? I only attend every Thursday. So my lives is Monday. I do at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for people in Europe, in Asia. True, this is how we got our dream house. Got your dream house by aligning with your... It works. Apparently, it works. She has high self-concept as a manifester. Yeah, you know who it is. It's Sammy something. Yeah, I believe her. Yeah, she has... That's all you need. But if she's also married to somebody who's buying into this, right? If your spouse is maybe a banker who doesn't believe in this, you can't do the couples work, but you can still do the individual work. I want you guys to close your eyes. I'm going to begin this. You can either say it out loud or just listen and internalize it. I love wealth and wealth loves me. I love getting paid in my sleep. I love that my life is constantly increasing and expanding. I love that my body is a precious tool that I can tune to the frequency of abundance. I love that the universe is so infinitely intelligent and understands what I want. I love being loved and adored. I love being part of a group that works to bring forward the best version of themselves and increase their lives. I love that we have a focused vision that abundance is our birthright. I love that I am able to contribute. I love my body. I love its perfection and how every cell knows how to renew itself to its perfect energetic blueprint. I love that all my organs are in perfect alignment to their perfect design. I am in awe at just how my body wants to and works to sustain me on this beautiful planet. I love that my life is getting better and better. I love that I can do what I want to do each day. I love that my life is filled with beautiful and caring people who love me and have my best interests at heart. I love feeling immersed in absolute goodness and joy. Let's put our hands together. I am a winner. 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 I am a winner.